Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play the Cat Lady. In the last episode, we almost killed Mitzi. Oops. And also, we snuck into Pauline's flat, got to meet her and her baby, but it turns out she is not the person that we're looking for. But with this whole power outage that's happening upstairs, we can very easily sneaky-deaky into flat 7. Nobody will notice, right? Surely.
Now that he's gone, we can get inside?
Yes, let's do that.
I'll close my eyes and you pick that lock, Mitzi.
Okay, but no peeking.
I'd never. You've really hurt my feelings now.
Yeah. Now close them.
Yes.
There, job done.
Wonderful. Okay, let's get inside. Goodness
Jesus.
gracious.
Are these...
Masks.
Relax, Mrs. A. They're just Halloween masks.
Oh, good. That's good.
Oh.
Because I swear, if I see another bloody head...
Oh, so that's what all the noises that were reported from this flat. He's a horror movie fan. Let's take this hockey mask. None of these look illegal. I guess he just likes plants. Can't examine the teeth though. This one's pretty big. The speaker is massive, and it's connected to Jesse's computer. Whenever he plays some music, the walls must be shaking. So he's that guy in the apartment. Oh, switch on. Oh, right, the power's cut off. Oh, we have extension port? No. Okay. Oh wait, there's a. Yes, can we use this on the socket? Bitchin'.
So, who's got windows over this side of the building?
Well, Joe Davis lives right below. But I'm not going there again. I want to make that clear. I guess we could also check one flat below Joe's. I just hope the cable's long enough.
Let's find out, shall we?
Oh right, Joe Davis lives below the empty flat, so let's just sneaky deek out here, sneaky deek down here. Sneaky deek over here. Now we just gotta find the thing with the friggin'. Yep, there it is. Put that shit in. And now, with my magical editing powers, I will cut right back here.
I should be able to use that computer now. Could you give me 5 minutes, Mrs. A?
Yeah,
Sure. Why not?
Knock yourself out, Mitz.
I'll keep an eye on the door.
Don't stand in his apartment, dumbass. He's gonna ask you why you're in his apartment regardless.
It's not him either. God damn it.
So it will probably be Brian. However, we do have that screwdriver. So, I think we can complete our little cosplay or costume, depending on whether or not you are a fucking nerd. Like me. Shit. I'm a nerd. Anyway, here's the red paint. Use this handy dandy screwdriver. Use the dress. Can I not? Oh, take it. Okay. I guess I have to hang the dress back on the thing. And then use the scissors to... You can't cut anything here. Do we gotta use the paint first? Look for Joe Davis anyway, unless those three... Oh. Okay, let's... back Mitzi up. Or not. Oh, there we go. Maybe now it'll work.
We need to make some adjustments.
Some very crude adjustments.
Now this is a dress worthy of the Cat Widow.
Why don't you admit it was too small for you?
Ha ha, bloody ha. Why don't you just shut up? Whoever wore this dress probably hadn't eaten in years. You'd struggle to get a skeleton into it.
She does have a point. That thing has a very
This
small
is
waist.
it. We've got all we need.
Great! Are you going to tell me about the Cat Widow now?
Yes, it's story time, Mitzi. The legend says there was once a bad man who hated cats. He hated his neighbors too, and his job. And when it rained, he'd curse and smash things. He hated his bald head and his weak, ugly body. He probably hated himself the most, although he would never admit it.
I think I see where this is going.
She's strawmanning.
One day, out of pure hatred for the whole world and everything that lives, he captured a family of cats and drowned them all in the river. That day, the sun turned black and all the birds went silent as the 6 kittens struggled for life. But trapped in a strong canvas bag, they never had a chance. They all died that day. All but one. The mother cat, in a desperate fight to set herself free, by pure luck, clawed her way out of the bag and swam to the shore. She lost everything that day. Her beautiful children and her proud husband. Her heart crashed into pieces as she watched their limp, dead bodies stolen by the current. Running after them, she followed them for days, for as long as she could. Then, eventually, she lost sight of them. She stayed on the bank of the river for a while. The world stopped turning for her, her eyes empty and blind. And then, one day, she slowly slid down the bank and into the cold, dark water. She gave in to it. She let the river take her away too, cover her mouth, her ears, her eyes. But as the water filled her lungs, and she started slipping into darkness, there was another strange feeling that burst in her mind like a ball of flames. Anger, rage even. Her last craving, before she drowned, was for revenge, for blood. And so she returned, reborn and changed, a cat widow, veiled in black, mistress of the cats. Her body of a young woman, but her eyes of a cat, and her face, white, rotten, face of a corpse. Those who saw it rarely lived to tell the tale. She would get her revenge on all cat killers and cat torturers. But there was someone she had to see first. Someone special. Someone she really hated the most. As the evening came, it was strangely quiet in the man's flat. As he lived alone, he usually liked to fill the silence with the sound of radio or TV shows. But that night, he switched them all off, feeling anxious and tired after work. He tried to sleep, but couldn't. And for once, there wasn't anyone there he could blame for it. as he stared through the window. He kept thinking about how much he hated that view. He liked it once, a long time ago, when his wife was still there and they were happy together. Suddenly, he heard knocking on the door. Some part of him was glad, because that meant he could take it out on whoever decided to bother him.
Oh boy, he's about to get it.
There was nobody there. He almost felt disappointed, but before he turned to walk away, he suddenly noticed something down the hall. On a nearby wall, there was a giant shadow of a cat.
Seriously, let's not get too shitty creepypasta here.
He stopped again. He couldn't believe his eyes. Someone wrote "Cat Killer" on his door. He had a passion for trains. Although he hated being a train driver, he had always enjoyed watching them move. But now, his train model was moving all on its own. He was absolutely certain he'd left it switched off. And yet, there it was, running at crazy speed. Remote control missing. Something was seriously wrong. And that something had entered his home now, too. He hoped he was just imagining things, tired as he was. But there was another surprise waiting for him in his bedroom. "Cat Widow is here," was written all over the wall. As in a dream, he went to the kitchen to get a drink. There was no water. He knew there were valves in the basement that turned it off, but no one's been down there for years. He felt sick. None of this made any sense. And yet, deep down, he knew what he did to the cats was wrong. There was a part of him that almost wanted to be punished. The part he tried so hard to hide. He thought he'd heard something in the corridor. Was there someone there with him?
Bitch, you guessed it.
His head was spinning. He felt ambushed, trapped, like an animal. He had to get out of there. Getting really scared now, he decided to call the police. His phone was of no use. The SIM card had been removed, and that wasn't even the worst part. There was a photo of a black cat set as screensaver. He remembered this cat. He'd watched that strange pest control man put it in a cage and into his van. He'd looked at it through the window for a while, then pulled the curtains and went to bed.
We said he was a creepypasta protagonist, but that doesn't mean
He
he's a smart
stopped,
one.
paralyzed. He'd heard something right in front of him. A whisper. More like a purr. She was there, in the dark corner of his living room, waiting. Black veil covering that pale, dead face, and yet he could almost feel Cat Widow's eyes piercing through him.
Yeah, let's keep the build-up going here.
She came closer, like a ghost, and swiftly removed the veil. She came back for him, to take him to the river, to make him pay for what he'd done. As he looked into her eyes, he could feel the world spinning around him, his knees go weak, his pants suddenly wet around his crotch. As much as he hated life, he didn't want to die either. Inside, he was just a big, stinking coward. And then he fainted.
Good night, Brian.
Did you see his face? I knew he'd fall for this.
Yeah, we scared the living shit out of him. Now that's teamwork. Are you sure he won't know it was you, though?
Oh, he probably will, once he's had time to think about what happened. But he's too proud to ever admit he's been beaten by a woman. I know him just about enough to know that.
Let's hope so. I don't want you to get in trouble because of me.
No. That was something I had to do for myself.
Because
And
Brian's
I feel
an
much
asshole.
better for it.
The only problem now is that we still haven't found Eye of Adam. Because it definitely isn't Brian. I've searched through his laptop and all I found was a load of porn.
Let's cross him off the list.
He sounds like the guy who would be into really vanilla shit, too. Oh shit, did I say that out loud? Oops! Oh well, I'll leave that in.
Well, that means we've checked everyone. We've hit a brick wall. Perhaps I was wrong. Maybe he doesn't live here at all.
Or maybe he was smart
think
and
we need to
deleted his
sleep on
internet
it.
history.
And we might get some more ideas in the morning. Shall we head back home?
Yeah, I do feel tired. You're right, we need some sleep. Really wish there was an elevator in this building.
You and me both. It's good exercise, though.
What's that? A note? What does it say, Mrs. A?
You will not believe it. Meet me at midnight, both of you. I will wait. Flat 5. Door will be open. Do not fear. Eye of Adam.
Flat 5. That's the old guy.
What?
Can't be. It can't be him.
Unless he was just like a really
I
good
guess
actor.
we'll find out. At midnight. We've got a few hours until then. Let's get some coffee.
I don't recall that being open. Oh god, what?
It's just you and me, my love. No one will find us here. Stop worrying, Ivy. It will be all right. I will always love you. You know that. I'm gonna make you all better.
Oh, Jesus, she's still alive? Oh my god, Chapter 7. Don't feed the troll. Oh, oh gracious, we're back here again, aren't we? Meh. I guess we're gonna have a good old chat with the Queen of Maggots before we do the thing. I don't like the look of that water. There isn't even a single fish in the tank.
Just look at this door. Crazy son of a bitch. That's not gonna stop us. I think there's someone in the kitchen. Are you Adam?
Me? No, of course not. I don't have anything to do with all this foolishness. Never have. It's my son. I've told him time and time again, but he never listens. I've done my best to protect that boy, you know. I'm all he's got left in the world since his mama died, but it just wasn't enough.
Where is he then? Where's Eye of Adam?
He's in his room. Where else would he be? He's always in his room, staring at that screen for as long as he can. Look, I've made up my mind about this. I want to help you. This mess he's in, it's gone too far. I can't be part of this.
So you know.
What are you talking about?
He knows what he's doing.
You don't understand. He's watching us. Right now, he can see us on his camera. He's very clever with this stuff. I never got my head around it. Just as much as I needed to, I guess. But not a lot.
Give us the key to his room. I want to talk to him.
Look, it's a trap. He knows why you're here, and he will kill you. Both of you. But he will not kill me. He won't dare. All these years, I've looked after him well. He owes me everything.
So he doesn't know what he's been doing.
Breaks my heart to do this now. What choice do I have? He left me this. I was supposed to keep it for myself, but I want you to take it. He won't dare to kill his own father. I won't let two innocent lives be lost because of him.
What is it?
Just take the damn thing. There's not much time. Didn't you hear me? He's watching.
We got...
What is it, Mrs. A?
the box.
It's a shoebox.
Take it away. Get rid of it. He must see that I don't have it anymore.
Shall we open it?
Give me a minute. I'm gonna save. Okay, I did it. Let's open the... That's a gas mask.
Oh God. Mitzi, we have to get out of here. Quickly. It's a gas mask. He's going to poison us.
Oh, fuck!
It's too late.
Shit. Oh.
Give Mitzi the mask!
Shit.
Give
Shit.
Mitzi the mask!
Shit.
No! Stop that, Adam. You're going to kill your father.
We'll never make it to the door. That room is filling up with gas too quickly. Put the mask on, Mrs. A.
Fuck no!
What about you? No, I can't.
You've got to. This is your only chance.
You're the one who's looking for closure, bitch!
No, I can't let you die. Not like this.
It's my fault that you're here. I'm dying anyway. And
I can't die!
You've got to live, Mrs. A.
I can't die!
You live and you'll be happy again. You've been a great friend, Mrs. A.
No, take the goddamn mask.
You've got a date, and I'll make sure you turn up for it.
I can't.
There is no time to argue. I'll be fine. Now. Do it!
Achievement unlocked. Sacrifice.
Mitzi, think of a vegetable while I'm gone.
Don't worry, babe. I'll be back. Not surprised that we find ourselves back here. I'm back.
Welcome home, darling. I've been waiting for you. What took you so long?
Say what you've got to say and let's finish this. I'm tired of you. Tired of all this madness. I just need to get back.
Very well. I'm not planning to keep you long. Let's go inside. I have one last job for you.
Alright.
There are still 2 candles left, Susan. You know how this works. A soul for a soul.
And that's it. I blow out the last candle, and I'll never have to see you again.
Only if you blow out the right one. I'll never bother you again. Isn't that what you want? But if you choose wrong, it will be your life extinguished forever. Just take a deep breath and do it.
But how should I know which one's right?
That's the thing, Susan. You can't know that. In life, you can't always know the consequences before you make a decision. Haven't you learned that yet?
That's not fair.
Nothing is fair. You opened your heart talking to that doctor, and he butchered you like an animal. Then those disgusting cannibals, they chop you up and cook you for dinner if you'd let them. And what about the man with the flowers? All that he wanted was to hear you play before he split your skull open. The way your husband treated you, the way your neighbors laughed at you for years, just for being different. You did not deserve all that, and yet it happened.
Life's a bitch and then you die.
Am I forgetting something? Oh, yes, of course. Most of all, was it fair that...
Shut up! Just shut up, you ugly bitch!
Damn.
Now I know who you really are. All those feelings that I had in me for years. That bitter guilt and self-pity. That hatred for myself and everyone else. You are that miserable illness that's consumed my heart all these years. You, always there, always. Every day I looked at you in the mirror, like a dark cloud I couldn't see through. I let you take control of my life. I believed it was right to feel like this. But not any longer. This ends here.
Then blow out the candle.
I refuse.
No, I won't. I'm done playing your stupid little games. You won't tell me what to do anymore. I am stronger than you. I can close my eyes and you'll be gone.
Blow out the candle.
No.
It's time to say goodbye, sister. I'm not gonna miss you.
You will never leave this place without me.
Bullshit.
You need me. We are one.
No. Tomato. You were thinking about a tomato, right?
Aww.
Tomato is a fruit, silly.
Who cares? I like tomatoes.
So do I. But I hate to disappoint you, but I was really thinking of onions.
Why onions?
They're the saddest of the vegetables, of course. They make people cry. What happened, Mrs. A? I saw you die. And yet, you're here. Alive, like if nothing's ever happened.
Ever play Mabinogi? It's kind of like that.
Well, let's put it this way. Everyone knows cats have 9 lives. So do cat ladies, apparently. But this time, I feel there won't be second chances. I'm down to 1 last life now. I can't afford to waste it.
You are such a nutter, Mrs. A. You are absolutely fucking bonkers. But I'm so happy to see you. Never, ever do that to me again, all right?
I can happily promise you that, Mitzi.
This is it. His room is through that door. It's time to face the Eye of Adam.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
After we save. Alright. It's time we end this. Holy shit. What the fuck?
You're the Eye of Adam? A pathetic, wheelchair-bound invalid? Is this a joke? Do you know who I am? Do you know what you've done to me?
Whoa, Mitzi! Whoa, hold on a second.
Tonight it's your turn to die. I'm gonna paint this room with your brains and I'm gonna watch and smile. I swear to God I'll do it. Well, nothing to say? Nothing at all? Aren't you going to beg for your sad little life? Say something. Anything.
Put the gun down, Mitzi. Holy shit.
Mitzi, where did you get that gun from?
It doesn't matter. Please, Mrs. A. This is something I have to do. You are free to leave if you want. You don't have to be a part of it. Just try to understand. Beg for forgiveness, you scum. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't believe I'm gonna shoot you, do you? Oh, I've dreamt of this moment for so long.
Look at this man, Mitzi. He hasn't twitched a muscle since we entered the room. I think he's paralyzed.
That's impossible. He's lying to us. He's faking it. Do something. Talk, for God's sake. I need you to answer me. I need to know.
He won't answer you. He can't talk.
Then, how did he post all that stuff online? What the...
An on-screen keyboard. Every computer has one, but what's he controlling it with if he's paralyzed?
How did he do it?
I think I know how. See that little device on his left eye? I've heard about these. It's a controller. It seems the only part of his body he can move is his eyeball. Controller connected to the computer tracks its movement, allowing him to...
What? That's ridiculous. How do you even know such things?
I'm a nurse? I've seen these before. Well, I've seen eye-controlled wheelchairs, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work with a computer.
Jesus. That would explain the whole Eye of Adam thing. He really is just the eye. But no, that doesn't change anything. He must die. He deserves nothing more.
I don't know how laws against encouraging suicide work in Britain, but in America you could get him convicted of encouraging manslaughter, which is a felon. I think I'd rather have you do that than get yourself convicted for murder, Mitzi.
What? You arrogant shit. I will fucking do it. Just tell me one thing. One thing. Why? Why did you make Jack kill himself? Fine. It'll be a pleasure. Ready to die, scumbag?
Easy, Mitzi. If there's anything I've learned from being a gamer, it's that red things explode when you shoot them.
Look at these oxygen tanks. I don't think it's a good idea.
What? Why not? I'm the one holding a gun here. And I will blow this
They're
bastard's brain out
flammable.
as soon as he looks at me. You hear me? Look at me. I want you to see what you've done. The pain you've caused me.
Mitzi, that's not what I meant. Just put the gun down for a second.
No! No. I can't do that, Mrs. A. I'm sorry. This is something I have to do. I have to.
Can't you hear that hissing sound? These cylinders are clearly leaking gas.
Please, stay out of it.
You'll make a whole room blow up.
I don't care. Just leave me alone.
You lied to me. You never said you wanted to kill him.
Now, wasn't that quite obvious? What did you think I wanted to do? Have a coffee with him? Chat about the weather or politics?
Get him arrested, maybe?
For God's sake, I'm here because this son of a bitch needs to die. If I don't kill him now, he'll just carry on and more innocent people will lose their lives. Do you really want that? Because I don't.
This isn't the way to do it. Just turn these computers off instead.
No! He doesn't deserve to live after what he's done.
And who are you to serve justice like this? Do you really want to kill an unarmed, paralyzed man?
Why are you doing this, Mrs. A? I thought you were my friend.
I'm doing this because I'm your friend,
Exactly
bitch!
why I'm doing this? Even if we survive the explosion, how will you be able to live with yourself?
I won't have very long to live with it. I'll manage just fine.
Without his father, he's harmless. He was the one who supplied him with all this technology. He fulfilled his every single wish. I know this guy's rotten bad. There's no excuse for what he did. But he will be punished for it. Trust me.
Leave him to rot, Mitzi.
They'll put him in some stinking nursing home. He'll live his life like a vegetable. Stuck to bed. He'll have time to think about what he's done. And he'll never see a computer screen again. Isn't that enough?
He said, do it. He wants to die, and I want to kill him.
He wants us all to die. Can't you see that? Isn't that what he's been preaching? A joint suicide. That's why he wants you to shoot him. So we can all get blown to pieces.
You're giving him what he wants, Mitzi.
His final act. The work of his life. Are you really going to give him that satisfaction? Remember what you said about feeding the troll? That's exactly what you're going to do if you kill him now.
No. Maybe you're right.
Put the gun down, Mitzi.
You should leave, Mrs. A. I've never wanted you to get hurt. But I'm not going away without this fucker dead. Even if that means I die too.
Mitzi, no.
Mitzi, have you lost your mind? You're going to sacrifice your life for this scum? He's a parasite! A worthless, evil piece of shit!
Leave him to rot.
It's not like I've got anyone to live for, is
What
it?
the fuck am I?
What? What about your mother? Your family?
She's dead. Yeah, I lied. I always lie. I grew up in an orphanage. My family never wanted to know me. The only person that cared about me was Jack. And he's dead. Yeah, happy now? So get the fuck out of here and let me do what I got to do.
I care about you. Do it for me.
Mitzi. There's a good girl.
Come on, mate. It's been a long day. Let's go home. We've won.
Have we really?
Yes.
Trust me. I know we have.
How?
I'm the cat lady. From now on, I win every single day.
I hope you rot, you filthy fucking bastard.
It's me, again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death. I'll never forget those last few weeks. It's a horrible way to die. Stuck in a hospital bed with no hope and whole life to pass you by. 6 months ago, I lost the best friend I'd ever had. But at least we knew it was coming. I had time to accept it, just like she did. And I can only be glad we spent that time together. I still miss her, though. Every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? I opened her laptop the night after the funeral, and there it was. A friend request, over a year old. A little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help. And now, I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream.
I know the feeling.
But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me. Asleep. Waiting. And when it'll hit me hard. But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
Well, that was the cat lady, and let me tell you, a lot of things besides just the depression hit really close to home for me. And as you guys may know, I may have talked about it, like you may have watched another Let's Play where I talked about it, you may read like my personal blog or whatever, but I suffer from the same thing as Susan. I suffer from depression. And I will admit, this game describes pretty well what it feels like. Like, it doesn't depict it as just, oh, feeling sad all the time and wanting to die. It's mostly just feeling the, like I said, it's the emotional equivalent of watching paint dry for the most part. That was mixed with a bunch of other stuff. And I'll go ahead and lead into this topic really briefly. Please get help if you ever feel like taking your own life. In the finale from my Read Kinder Let's Play, I listed a bunch of resources. I'm not saying that you have to go watch the whole thing, but you can just like pop into the last episode, check out the resources, and maybe get some help like that. Didn't expect the Halloween special this year to be so heavy. I honestly thought this was just like some run-of-the-mill spooky game, but honestly, it turned out to be a lot more than that. So with that being said, happy Halloween, everybody. I hope that no matter what type of person you are, whether you have depression or not, that it's a good one for you. And as usual, go trick-or-treating with some friends, maybe go to a party, be safe about what you drink. If you're gonna go out trick-or-treating, bring your cell phone, bring some flashlights, bring some means of self-defense, because you never know what creepo's gonna be after you, or if there even is any. Don't trick-or-treat at the houses that don't have their lights off. Check your candy, make sure there ain't no razor blades in it. I don't know how long that's been relevant, but regardless, just take some basic safety precautions this year, everybody. Happy Halloween.